This is about a poor giant who fell victim to a poacher's trap and is suffering from a deep cut wound caused by a piece of cable wire noose cinching deeply into his leg. This is the second day of treatment to this beautiful elephant. In the first day, when the wildlife officers first noticed this elephant, he was suffering from the painful constriction caused by a piece of snare wrapped around the leg. The wildlife officers carefully removed the gory snare from the elephant's leg and relieved it from long-term suffering. In case you missed the first part of this video, you can find it pinned as the first comment here. After removing the snare, they treated from the deep cut wound caused by the snare and administered necessary medicines in the form of injections. But the elephant would have been in pain for 3 to 4 months with this worsening wound, which has been infected when he was found. It takes some time to heal that wound completely, and flesh is formed on the leg. After the first day of treatment, wildlife officers assigned a forest range officer to monitor the condition of the elephant until their next visit for follow-up treatment for this innocent giant. In the meantime, the wildlife officers received a sudden call from the forest range officer, reporting that an elephant had collapsed near a small stream in the forest, likely due to a lack of energy in its body. The team rushed to the forest to help the innocent giant. They could see the poor elephant lying in a small stream, looking so feeble and helpless. After inspection, the wildlife officers decided to administer a sufficient dose of saline to the animal before proceeding with any further treatment steps. This will help the weakened animal become hydrated and energized. Elephants are animals who walk huge distances to find both food and water. But with this injury, this elephant is unable to do so. Therefore, due to the lack of food, the elephant's energy may have been diminishing, eventually resulting in its collapse on the ground. Meanwhile, the veterinary surgeon and wildlife officers are busy preparing medicines like antibiotics, multivitamins, painkillers, etc. These medicines are prepared according to the body weight formula of elephant and will be infused through the same IV line, as it works faster than intramuscular injections. From this method, drugs enter directly into systemic circulation, without the delay associated with the absorption process, expediting their therapeutic effects faster than by any other route. Now, saline has started flowing in, and the veterinarian keeps adding the prepared medicines into the saline bottle. These medicines will fight infection, boost immunity, and reduce pain, and thereby energize the animal in a short period of time. As soon as the saline runs out, they replace it with more. One officer is holding the elephant's ear to keep the catheter steady, and another is holding the saline bottle to make sure it flows smoothly. Everyone is trying their best to help the animal. We should appreciate this dedication of the veterinarians and officers who are working hard to save the lives of endangered wild elephants. Some more drugs are being prepared, and the veterinarians intend to administer them via intramuscular injections. Certain drugs cannot be safely mixed together in infusions or diluted due to the risk of precipitation or other adverse reactions. Therefore, these medications will be administered separately. These officers and veterinarians are conducting their duties with a thorough understanding of drug compatibility, ensuring the accuracy of the treatment methods. The elephant started moving a bit, showing signs of getting re-energized. Prolonged staying in water isn't good for its health, so the officers tried to help it stand up and get out of the muddy stream. They placed a rope loop around the elephant's neck and pulled from one side, while other officers gathered to push, encouraging the elephant to stand. They achieved some success in their efforts. The elephant, who had been lying in the muddy stream for nearly 8 hours, is now finally able to sit up and lift its head. It looks around, showing gratitude towards the group of rescuers. They allowed the elephant to remain in that posture for some time because he was still gaining energy, and it wouldn't be wise to force it to stand immediately, which could tire him out. The officers offered some easy digestive foods to the elephant, like soft, textured banana stems and grasses. With the second dose of antibiotic administration, the infection in his leg will soon be on the path to recovery. These antibiotics will eradicate the growth of microbes causing the infection and preventing it from worsening. This may facilitate faster healing of the deep-cut wound. Once healed, he will soon be able to resume his previous life, roaming freely in the forest and eating whatever he likes. Until then, the wildlife officers will monitor the elephant and administer regular doses of antibiotics once a week until the elephant achieves full recovery. As it was getting darker, the officers left the forest, assigning a forest ranger to monitor the elephant. They were informed that the elephant was able to stand up after 3 hours and move deeper into the forest. When the next dose is due, the wildlife team will locate him for further treatment.